Wait, it's morning? What's up, Trevor? Good morning and happy Prime Day to all of you out there. Now, guys, I am James, your host on this beautiful Jackery show. Now, for those of you that don't know, Jackery. Can't go wrong with Jackery. Created in California, guys. Of course, that is where their headquarters is and has, of course, everything you need. Now, Jackery is a beautiful little company that makes a product that pretty much anybody could use in a timely need, whether it be just a quick emergency or, of course, full out, just don't want to pay our electric bill. We want to have our own power source. They got you covered with that as well. Now, Trevor, I want to thank you for always popping in and hanging out with us, even if it's over on the YouTube world and Facebook world. I do appreciate that, my guy. I really, really do. For the rest of you, ignore my chin. I cut myself. I somehow scratched myself in my sleep, so now I got a big scar on my chin. I apologize. Guys, we have a great show lined up for you. We have those rotating banners. First, you're going to see that one in the bottom. That's going to say $2,000 off, or $2,000 purchases can get 7% off. It's going to be one of them long weeks where I'm going to misspeak somewhat, and we're going to correct those. So, if you guys spend over $2,000 on Jackery products, use that 7% discount code. Save your guys self a little extra money. With that, you're going to see the rotating banner in the corner over there. That's going to say the 1000 V2 for $379. And we have that discount code being posted in chat for you right now. You're also going to see the 2000 V2 for $799, normally a $1,500 price tag. You're going to see the 3000 Pro and two 200-watt solar panels for $1799. That is a crazy, crazy savings. You're also going to see that 5000 Plus for $29.99. Now, with that, you guys are getting a great deal at a great price point. I'm going to share these codes over on our other sides for you. So if you guys don't see them, they're there for you. Now, we have a great show lined up, bunch of cool products. And like I always do during prime time, I like to show you guys some of the cable packaging. So once I'm done sharing these links on the Dragon Blogger side and, of course, our other channels, we're going to get moving on those cabling. Now, Jackery does something really cool. They make sure that you guys have all the cables you need to accessorize or run all of the devices. Now, with that being said, the last couple days I was showing you guys only 2 bags of cabling. I have a third bag here. I'm going to leave that for last because I want to show you guys this. So first and foremost, every power station is going to come with a cable to charge it, whether it be a wall plug, a solar panel cable, maybe a cigarette car lighter adapter to charge in your car or RV, and it may or may not come with a carrying bag. I happen to have a lot of these carrying bags, so you guys are going to see that I have the carrying bags. Inside these, you may get, like I said, a cigarette lighter adapter, kind of this sort, or a bright orange one. It's going to allow you to charge your devices in, of course, your car through the 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter adapter port. The older stations, the 240, the 300, and of course the 500 and the 1000, uses a cabling and package like this, like your laptop style adapter. Now it's an 8020 plug with a wall plug on the end, but it's got a power brick. Now all of these stations come with, of course, user manuals and of course pamphlets to help you guys run or use these devices, which is cool. If you don't get this variation of baggage, you may get, of course, their new styling, which is going to be the high bright orange, high vis, beautiful cable. Now, I have that cable package right here, and of course, it's a nice another little kit. Inside here, you're going to be greeted with the 3-prong wall plug like this. This is going to be good for like the 240 V2 on up throughout. So they changed it over to that styling. you may get this style of cigarette lighter charger. So it's still, again, 12 volt 10 amp plug, and it's just in high vis orange. You may also get an adapter for said solar panels or pieces with this. So 8020 to 7909 adapters. Now, if these are not the variations that you get, maybe you're going to get a battery pack. Maybe you're going to get a solar panel. The battery packs and solar panels will come with separate cable. Like a battery pack may come with a large linking cable like this. Now, the linking cable is really well done. It's phenomenally set up. It's got locking mechanisms, so it can't just automatically pop out. You got to unlock it, pull it, and you're good to go. This is a very large and beautiful cable. This is almost the size of the cabling I use in my car to run my car audio, and I'm not kidding. I use oversized 1/0 in my car. It's probably about the size of this, but phenomenally well done. Great large cable that's going to allow for a lot of power to go through and go from the battery to the power station. If you do not get the larger battery system, you may get a smaller style of cabling like this for that. Now, that's a great thing that they said, hey, let's do that. If you guys get, let's say, a solar panel package. Solar panel packages will come with different cabling, and I'm going to kind of show you guys this. So I have yet another bag over here, and I'm going to pop this bag open. So let's say you guys have a solar panel and you need an adapter to Y-split it. You may get a Y-splitter adapter like this. This is a 2-to-1. So the 2-to-1 is going to allow for multiple solar panels connected into, of course, the adapter kit. If you get the 100 Prime or you guys get the 500X, the free gift. So to get the free gift, you have to purchase the said product, and you'll have to put that. You'll have to put the product in your cart. You'll also have to find the free gift product that is combined with that one, put it in the cart, and it will be deducted at checkout. So back to what I was kind of saying, the 500X or the 100 Prime may use an Anderson clip Y splitter like this. So you may get a Y splitter if you guys get a dual solar panel package with that. If you get, we're going to go here, the 100-watt solar panel, the 40-watt panel, you may get an adapter like this. This is going to be, of course, a multi-adapter kit. It's going to come with the plug like this on the end. That's going to go to the solar panel. It's going to come with 10-foot cabling, but it's going to come with this adapter piece. First and foremost, it's a USB-C to DC plug adapter. You're then going to have the 7909 to 8020 adapter Y splitter. And then it may go down to the 7909. So you will get the variations with that. Unfortunately, I accidentally broke the cable myself when messing with this one day. But you get everything you need. So Jackery makes sure that they have all of the cabling to run all of these products with that. Now, Amazon customer, like I was saying, to get the free gift, the 102-watt power brick, you will have to buy the station for that. So I believe that comes with the 500. So if you buy the Explorer 500, you'll have to get the power brick off of the Amazon page. You'll put both of those in the carousel, and then it will be deducted at the checkout. If you are getting the 2000 V2 to get the free E290, you'll have to, of course, put the E290 in the carousel and, of course, check out again with the 500. It'll deduct it right out there. Now, for all of those that are using the discount codes that we posted in chat, you will have to implement that code in, of course, checkout area for you to get that discount down there. Now, with that being said, these are already heavily discounted for you guys today. So they're already marking these down quite a bit. With that, because you guys are watching these lives, we're giving you the extra discount, which is phenomenal that we're doing this. We're going to start off with the 1000 V2 power station. This is coming in at $379 for you guys today. If you don't use the discount code, it's going to be, of course, $399. $399 is still a great price point, but use that discount code that we have for you, the 1000 live code. Get it for $379. To get that, you guys are going to get this beautiful power station that I've been using for the last week or longer off of the same charge, and I'm not kidding. I've been using this 1000 V2 off the same charge to run that LED lighting and to, of course, run that beautiful, beautiful little piece down there, my Keystone lights. Now, with that being said, it's 1,070 watt hours of power. 1,070 watt hours of power. It's a phenomenal amount of power that will do well for you guys in any situation that you're wanting to use it in. Just quick emergencies, helping out around the house, maybe in the shop, maybe on the boat, maybe in your RV, your toy hauler, or the campsite. This will do that, and it will do it well. It'll run a lot of different devices. Now, 1,070 watt hours of power is only going to take you guys a standard 2 hours or less fast charging on a 3-prong wall plug. So your standard American plugs is where it's going to be with that. If you need to, open up the Jackery app, connect up to the power station, and switch over inside settings and switch it into emergency charge rate. Charge Shield 2.0 that's built into this into the system with the Charge Shield 2.0 technology gives you the emergency charge rate of 1 hour charge time. So you guys can have it ready for an emergency in under about an hour or so. And that's kind of cool that they have that clickable piece with this. Now, it is a LiFePO 4 cell, so it is a lithium cell. The LiFePO 4 cell is a beautiful cell nonetheless. It's a nice chemical mixture with this one. With it, you guys have that 12-volt 10-amp DC plug on the side. That's going to give you very well. It's a cigarette lighter adapter plug. And, you know, we talk about the cigarette lighter adapter and what you guys can kind of do. Now, the variations of what you would plug in will be different. So let's just say this is a fuzz duster, or this is, of course, an air mattress plug charger, or vice versa. This will go into that DC plug. You'll just literally slide it in and then connect the other end to the device that you're trying to run. Now, with it, you also have the display in the middle. Beautiful high-vis, bright orange. Shows you guys the battery percentage. It's going to show you guys, of course, the temperature. It's going to show you guys the voltage in and out and all of those other variations, which I love. You have the flashlight next to that. The flashlight's going to do, of course, low light setting, high light setting, and SOS pattern. So you have the 3 brightnesses with that will do well. Below the flashlight is the AC outlet. So you guys have 3 of those AC outlets. Standard 3-prong American outlets. Now those outlets are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave. 1,500 watts is a decent amount of power, but it's clean power. Now, with that, though, they said, hey, let's create it so we can go a little above and beyond that without still damaging products, but to make sure that if they need it in a fashion that they just need that little extra power, it can do that. You can go to 3,000 if you need to on this. 3,000 max is where it's at. On the opposite side, you'll see it lit up. You have 2 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port. The USB-C ports are going to be a 30-watt, 100-watt, and then the 18-watt USB-A. Beautifully well done. When fully charged, you guys will be able to run multiple devices in only a 24-pound package. 24 pounds is where it's at. Lightweight, portable, has a handle that you guys can carry it around. It has silicone padding, and you don't have to worry about this device. If you don't want to charge it on a wall plug and you don't want to charge it off of, standard ways, use solar charging. If you had 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, about 2.5 hour charge time is what you'll have or be at. And it's not a bad charge time to be had whatsoever. I apologize, had to sneeze. Hopefully I muted that quick enough. Your run times will vary on the devices you are using, whether it be outdoor activities, off-the-grid activities you have, of course, with that. Now, they considered about a 1 to 3 day support a device, which will vary on smaller items. So let's go there. So let's say you want to run a standard Starlink. Standard Starlink may run about 10 hours off of this. A Starlink Mini may give you up to about 29 hours. 29 drone batteries, maybe 14 laptop chargers. That's going to be like your Chromebook or your notebooks, not your gaming laptops. About 50 cell phone charges approximately or so, or with this one. 12 hours with the heated blanket. You guys could even do 14 hours with the mini fridge, over 10 hours with your flat screen TV, but it can be used as a UPS. So if I had this plugged into the wall and I have the devices plugged into it, if the power on the wall loses, it will automatically kick over in less than 20 milliseconds and take over. That means if I'm cooking rice in a rice cooker, we're only an hour into the cook and we lose power, you guys can actually run the rice cooker for the rest of the time. And approximately 3 hours of runtime with the rice cooker could be done with this. Very easily, very accessible, and a very, very simplified product. What's even better is if you guys want the app, it's on the Apple Play Store or the Google Play Store. You guys can grab it. Don't worry about it. It's there free for you. No charge for the app. And you guys can actually do it, run it however you guys need, and you guys are perfectly set. I like those ideas with this. Now, you have all the capabilities with the device at 24 pounds and being able to take it on the go. For $379, that is like a smoking deal. If you want it though as a package deal, they have the 1000 V2 and the 200 watt solar panel for $664. So you guys can get the station and of course that beautiful 200 watt solar panel for $664. If you had two of those panels, you guys can have it charged in 2.5 hours. No more paying the electric company to get it running. I love those ideas. Now, UL drop tested, UL 2743 drop protection. It's also a UL 94V-0 fire retardant or flame retardant material for the housing. So you have a great little product right there that will do definitely very, very well for those of you that need a system like this. Now, I've actually done some cool stuff with it, like running Christmas decorations, and we can kind of show you guys the Christmas decoration video. So right here is going to be that 1000 V2, guys, working for you and running with that. And that's the cool part about this. So you guys can actually set that up, get going, and allow it to run all of those devices for you. To be able to do that is just one of the things. I love those ideas. So 10 inflatable decorations right here, guys, up and running without an issue. That is definitely the way to go. So if you guys need to run something like that, 1000 V2 will definitely do that and do it well. Any questions about the 1000 V2? Trying to buy the 1000 V2. 1000 Live is coming up as Fernando. Yeah, it should not be coming up as an invalid code. Fernando is in chat. Fernando can check that for you. Fernando, can you check that code real quick? I do apologize if you're having some technical errors with these codes. I will have Fernando check it. He is in chat, I believe. Thank you, Fernando. I appreciate that, buddy. The charger, what charger? So the charger is coming with, good question. I forget which one the charger comes with. So the free gift only comes with a certain item. So it's going to be specific items that give you the free gift. So the 500 is going to come with, I believe, the free power brick. The 2000 V2 comes with the E290. And it is limited number of those items. So they are limited to 500 free. So I do apologize for that. If they are sold out on those free gifts, I do apologize. All right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure what. Yeah. So thank you for checking, Fernando. To do that discount code, you literally just put it in the Amazon discount area in your payment area where it asks if you have any discounts or codes. You'll put the 1000 live and it has to be typed just like you see it, 1000 live, and it should activate for you. How many appliances is the best generator? So Their largest system is going to be the 5000, which is this big one. And this big one can technically run your whole home with this K. It's 5040 watts by itself, or watt hours by itself. It's got 4 AC outlets on the front that do, of course, 7200 watts of sine wave, but it also has 2 plugs on the side. The 2 plugs on the side are going to be NEMA 14-30, NEMA 14-50. Those plugs will do 120 and 240 volt connectability, but this whole system can actually be connected up to your house through what is called a smart transfer station. Now, the smart transfer station is this right here. So the smart transfer station is going to be a device you'll connect up to your circuit breaker box, and it will run 12 individual breakers or circuits for your home. So you guys can connect up to living room. You guys can connect over to, let's say, your kitchen. You can even connect to your... I'm going to go here. You guys can connect up to your hot tub if you wanted to. Will you get a long runtime with the hot tub off of this? Probably not by itself, but you could do all of those things with it and then more. And with, of course, the 5000 on the side through those NEMA plugs, the 14-30, or the L14-30 and the 14-50, you can use what's called the T30, I believe it's called, the T30 plug, and it can connect up to your RV or your motorhome, and it will allow you to run your motorhome through this. So that's going to be like the largest device, and this can run your house dryer just by itself. It can run your central AC by itself. It can run, of course, your hot, I'm not just going to say hot tub, but you can do your hot water tanks. This will run that. It's got the power capable of doing so. It's also very, very expandable. You can have 5 batteries with this. So when you add up to 5 batteries, you're going to have over 30 kilowatts of power with that one. So this would be something that's going to be accessible to run a lot of different appliances in your house, which is kind of cool. Oh, that is not the screen I wanted. Thank you, Fernando, for posting that. Now, with that being said, guys, we have its big brother right next door to the 1000 V2. We have the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2 is actually set there. It's set up, and I can show you guys how the app access works. So we'll load up the app, and then I can hit like the flashlight through the app. I can turn the flashlight on with this. I can, of course, go to the higher brightness mode. I can hit SOS pattern if I needed to, or I can shut it off. I can even turn on the display on the front. And we will kind of come over into the 2000 V2 so you guys can see that display. And it's nice, bright, high vis, easily readable, even for pretty much anybody, including my wife that wears glasses. So it is very, very accessibly easy to read. If you don't have the capability of getting up and standing up next to it, the app can control it. And it will actually show you guys the battery percentage and the temperature that it is running at. So very cool with that one. Now the 2000 V2 is going to be 2042 watt hours of power, but it is, of course, in about, I'm going to say 39 pounds. So 39 pounds, it's like 40 pounds of weight. It weighs a little bit, but it is still easily portable compared to, let's say, a 132 pound station. With it, you guys have a great charge time yet again. Standard 2-hour fast charge mode with this device. 2 hours, you're charged, you're up and running. I like that idea. If you need to, though, again, Charge Shield 2.0, switch over inside the app. 1 hour charge time in emergency situations. Now, like the other system, it is a LiFePO 4 cell. So you have that lithium cell inside here. Now, it's a beautiful little device. It has the 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. Has that flashlight that we just showed you, the beautiful display. It's got the 2 USB-C ports and the USB-A port. The USB-C ports, again, are 30 watt and 100 watt USB ports. Then you have below that is the 18 watt USB-A, and then you have the 3-prong AC outlets next to that. Now these ones are going to actually do a little bit more than the 1500 watts that the 1000 V2 did. It's going to do 2200 watts of sine wave usability through this. Can peak at 4400. Now what that means is you guys can use your shop spotlights. You guys can use your table sanders. You guys can use your table planes. You guys can do your palm sanders and everything else in between on this, which is kind of really, really cool that it works that way and can be ran that way for you. Now, with it, of course, lost my camera. There we go. With that, of course, you guys have the beautiful charge rate that I was talking about, or you guys can connect it up to 2 of the 200-watt solar panels and have it charged as well. Now, the variations of the 2000 V2 is beautiful. It's got everything you can need with something of this style, but it can run a lot. It's only 13 inches long by about 10 inches wide by about 11.5 inches tall. With that size and the battery that it packs, you guys could run a 200-watt desktop PC for over 12 hours or so, which is great. I love that idea. You could run a coffee maker for 3 hours. You guys could do a crock pot for about 2 hours. You could do 1150-watt window AC for about 2 hours. Shop vac, if you guys want to clean up your shop area, we only plug in a shop vac. 2.5 hours, maybe 3 max with that. Same with the tree trimmer if you needed to. But it can do it. And it can do it easily. 8 hours with a hand drill. You guys can do water pumps, air pumps. If you want to do, of course, cell phones, you can do cell phones. You should get over 60 charges with a cell phone, which is great. This is just a nice little portable device. And at the beautiful price point that they're offering it at with that discount, $799, where it's a $1,500 normal price tag. I love that idea. So $799 is that price point for this. Now, we do show you guys this quite a bit last few days, but we haven't shown you guys where are the solar adapter plugs. So where do you plug in your solar panel? And it's one of those things. You have to literally flip it to its side. Now, I'm going to do this during the show. It's a little bit heavier, so you bear with me as I flip it around. But you have the 2 DC plugs right here. So this is your 80/20 adapter plugs. With the 2000 V2, you guys can plug in multiple solar panels through these plugs with this. If you have the Y splitter, then you guys can, of course, connect up a few more with this. If you're wall charging, the 3-prong wall plug will go right here as well. And you guys can see the cooling technology with the airflow vents and the fans that are inside here. The handle, foldable, easily movable with this. So you have the variation to look at. The 1000 V2 has the same adaptation plugs on the side and the same charging ports on the side as well. So you have that for you. Flores, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Now, wide variety with this, because it does have more power range with this. It can do a lot more different pieces, from your window ACs to your kitchen stoves to even your kitchen fridge. You can do a microwave. It's done, of course, Christmas decorations. I did a video about a week or two ago, maybe about 3 weeks ago, where we had it plugged into the window AC. We also had it plugged into a mixer. We had it plugged into, I think, my vacuum at one point. Just doing different random tests and short blurps and clips to have fun with this. Phenomenal product. I love the 2000 V2. It works really, really well, and it has the power that you can need in a system like this. They created this one a little bit different than, of course, some of the others. It's got that new technology that they came out with, what's called cell to body. Literally looks like a beehive. And it's got, of course, the cells that are interlinked, and it's got the batteries in that. What that means is quicker build time, quicker turnaround time, and smaller housing. You don't have to have the 3-stage battery build that they normally made to make a battery bank. It's all built into the housing. Takes up less space, takes up less time, and it's quicker to put together. I like that they did that. So really cool new technology. Again, full app control for Android users or Apple users. They have you. And of course, that price point, you can't go wrong. I mean, it's $799. It's a phenomenal price point. For those of you that don't use that discount, you're going to get it for about $834. Normally a $1,500 price tag. So either way, you're saving money, but why not save a few extra bucks with the discount code? If you want to, though, you guys can get the 2000 V2 with, of course, the two 200-watt solar panels for $1,300. Now, remember, the 2000 V2 comes with that free gift of the E290. You'll have to put the E290 in the carousel. I believe there's a few left, so you guys should be able to still get the E290 as the free gift with this. But do know it was a limited gift, so 500 pieces is what they added. Check it out, have fun, and accept the capabilities. Add the 2 solar panels, and you guys got a 2.5-hour charge time. I like it. So, great little product, beautiful little piece. If you need it by itself to have yet, or if you want it with, of course, the solar panels, jump on that. We're going to talk about a larger system. Now, this is going to be a larger standalone system. And we're going to move up to the back table. You're going to see 2 of those large stations. Both of those stations weigh approximately 63 to 64 pounds. The difference is one can have batteries, the other is a standalone. So it is, of course, just the device by itself with a decent battery capacity. Now, this is a 64-pound power station with 3,024 watt-hours of power. Now, because they were worried about that, they said, hey, let's add some wheels. So they added 2 large 3-inch wheels that are made from polyurethane, nice, beautiful, strong plastic, and will allow you to roll it across pretty much any surface that I tested. The only surface I had kind of issues with was sand. So I tried to take it through the sand at the play park, and it's soft sand. You bury yourself in that sand. So it kind of dragged in the weight. So that's what I would say, just be cautious with it. Now, it's got a metal aluminum telescopic handle that folds up and hides inside the housing, which is great. You don't have to worry about that with that one. So you guys can have that. In the leverage, the way they built it in the leverage doesn't take a lot of arm muscle to tip it and start rolling it. A lot of people should be able to do this. With it, your charge time on the 3000 Pro is going to be about 2.5 hours on a standard wall plug. 2.5 hours. It's coming with 2 of those 200-watt solar panels. If you had 6 of those panels, you would have a 3.5-hour charge time. So 3.5 hours, you're going to have 3,024 watt-hours of power. And remember, though, the charging times I say from solar is if you guys have 100% pure, bright sun out, right? Overcast skies are going to draw those charging times down some. So just know, optimal charging is what we're talking about. When charged, you guys have, of course, this beautiful amount of connections. The connections will vary. So you're going to have that 12-volt 10-amp plug that's hidden behind a panel. You're going to have 2 USB-A ports and 2 USB-C ports. The USB-A ports are there for you guys to see. The USB-C ports are a little bit hidden behind, of course, that bright orange glow. Now, I have that lighting set up as orange to go with the Jackery colors, but hey, what do you recommend to buy with? Unfortunately, I am not doing. I'm not doing computer stuff right now. If you write the page through our stuff, I will actually do computer stuff, or we can answer those questions. So I do apologize, El Topo. We're only doing Jackery right now, so I can't actually jump onto that conversation. With it, you guys have the 100-watt USB-C ports, the 18-watt USB-A ports, and of course the 5 AC outlets. 4 of those are your standard 3 prongs. Those 4 standard are going to do, of course, 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 6,000. So you guys can go above and beyond with the power of that one. You're going to have that 5th NEMA-style plug that's going to allow you to connect up to random stations, or you guys can use it to use the manual transfer station. The manual transfer station is a great piece. Hey, no problem, man. Just, write us over on one of our pages and we will reply. And I'll actually try and jump on and look for the question in a little while once this show's over. Now, this device can technically run a welder. So you guys have your metal shops, wood shops in your garages, and you need to run a welder. This device can run a welder, a 5,800 watt MIG welder, for over an hour. You guys can have an hour runtime off of this. That means if you're out for buying, you break a four link, or you break a piece of suspension, and you have your welder with you, you can plug it into this and you can weld that device to get back up and off of the back up and running and out of the area you for buying in. I like that idea. You guys could do about 101 cell phone charges off of this. Another great idea with that. You could do about 3 hours with your 1150 watt window AC as well. Maybe 5+ hours with your 520 watt double door refrigerator with the ice machine running. 35 hours with a flat screen TV if you wanted to. Hey, they got you covered with that. Now you guys could do 8 hours with a blender, maybe 3 to 4 hours with your oven. You could do 21 hours with a movie projector. If you just need to do 70 drone batteries, go ahead and connect up your drone and do that. Now remember, the drone batteries that we were talking about is like the Mavic Airs and stuff like this. So phenomenal product. At $17.99 is your final price point if you use the discount code we have for you. You guys can get it for, of course, $17.99. Normally a $3,700 price tag with this station. So you have that to be had. The 3000 Pro is a very versatile system that is still very portable, can be taken with you, and you don't have to worry about it. So I like that one. Package deal, phenomenal package deal. Just going there. Any questions about the 3000 Pro? Did we show some stuff? Maybe I should do this. You know what? While we're on the 3000 Pro, I'm going to get up and show you guys a couple things with this. I'm going to grab something to pop this open with that circle. It should. Fernando just tested it and it actually worked. I cannot test that while I'm live. Fernando is actually the contact for Jackery, so the code should work. I totally understand if Amazon's kind of having slight technical issues. Amazon customer, are you a Prime member? That's an even better question. So you might have to be a Prime member, because I know if you're a Prime member, the original price is like $7.99, and to get it at the Prime price, it's like already $400. So the 1000 V2 is like $400 right now, and then we're giving it to you at $379. So you might want to check and see if you're a Prime member. Now, the panel I was talking about, I'm going to pop it open with this just to come over here. This is that panel that I talked about. There's a cover for the 12-volt 10-amp plug here. The 12-volt 10-amp plug does have a cover on the station, which is actually kind of really beautifully wonderful. The display, and we'll actually turn the display on for you guys. It's nice, large. You guys see it's actually about 30% battery, which means I actually need to charge this, which I have to do on my wall plug because I live in an apartment. Bluetooth connectability. If I hit the switch, it's going to come over here and start doing voltage and hertz. It's also going to save the runtime with this as well. Simplified little usability with this device. And of course, if I want to shut it off, we just literally hold down the button for that. So shutting it down is that easy and capable on this one hand. No, you don't have to be sorry. We get that there are some technical issues out there. It happens. I'm gonna say it. Every Prime Day, there are some glitches with the system. So yeah, yeah. So it is for the 1000 V2 by itself. So are you looking at the 1000 V2 with, of course, solar panel? So the solar panel is 664 package deal. It's the 1000 V2 by itself is going to be the 379. So that, okay, that makes more sense. Gotcha. Yeah, good catch, Fernando. I did not see that. uh, All right. So what we were just noticing is you're actually attempting to buy the package deal. It's only the station by itself. So for to get it for the 379, it's only the 1000 V2. If you buy it with the solar panel as a package, it's 664. That could be where you're kind of going. The code's not why the code's not working for you. Yeah. Well, I do apologize. I missed when you wrote that you said the package. All right, we're going to talk about the brother to the 3000, and we're going to go to this table. We're going to move back. We're going to talk about the 4000 kit. The 4000 kit, this kit's coming in at a crazy price point of $24.99. Because it's over that $2,000 price tag, you guys can use that 7% discount code that we have for you to get 7% off, which is a great deal to be had. Now, with it, you guys are going to get the station, the battery sitting on top of it. You're going to get those two 200-watt solar panels. Now, this station is alone is 2,042 watt hours of power by itself. With the battery, you just doubled your battery capacity. So you now have 4,085 watt hours of power between the two devices linked up. Your charge time for the station alone is 2 hours. And that's with, of course, wall charging. To charge the battery together, you guys will have maybe an extended a little bit of charge time, but it will charge it rather quick. The moment you add a second, a third, a fourth, or fifth battery, it will take longer to charge, unfortunately. If you have solar charging capabilities, it's coming with 2 panels. If you had 6 of those panels, it's going to be a 2-hour charge time. The station alone can have 6 panels. The battery also can have 6 panels. Now, with this kit, it's a great kit. If I come over here, you guys can see that battery on top. The battery does have a display. The display will show you guys the battery percentage that's left in the charge, and it will link up with the cable. Just like the 3000, guys, it's got that beautiful multiple outlets on the front. I'm not sure why my camera just went sideways, but we were trying to zoom in. Probably my fault. You guys still have that 12-volt 10-amp plug on the front. You're going to have the 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts. You're going to have the 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts as well. On the opposite side, you're going to have the 5 AC outlets. 4 of those standard 3-prong American plugs that are going to do 3,000 watts charge rate. And of course, that 5th, that's going to do the NEMA style connection. Now, the NEMA style connection will allow you to connect up to a manual transfer station as well to connect up to your house grid, or you guys can run devices off of it. They made sure of that. With the quick charge times, what could you run off of this? Your 1150 watt window AC could run for approximately off of the station by itself for 2 hours. Add the battery, you're going to have a 4-hour runtime. You guys could have over 150 hours of runtime with your CPAP machine. Hey, you guys are up and running and breathing with no issues. 24 hours with a 200 watt desktop PC. About 7 hours of runtime with your house refrigerator. You guys could do so much more with this because the capabilities are endless. There is just a lot of different devices. Now, I'm going to kind of go here. 28 hours with the 100 watt movie projector plus. 52 hours with the 60 watt portable refrigerator or freezer. You guys could do about 4 hours with the tea kettle. Maybe you guys want to do about 1 hour and 20 minutes with the welding machine. Go ahead and plug it in and do it. 4 to 5 hours with the weed whacker. 120 cell phone charges off of this one. Maybe 90 drone batteries. The variety of this is actually kind of endless. The connectability is beautifully well done as well. So it's going to do well for you. At $18.99, that package deal is a smoking deal because you have the batteries. Now remember, the station's kind of cool. Because it has the capability of having extra batteries with the 4000 kit, you guys have the capability of going over 3,000 kilowatts. If you guys have the 4000 kit, you automatically can sign up for, and you might possibly be accepted into the Clean Energy Credit Program the federal government offers. And that's going to give you guys like a tax credit. So to have over 3,000 kilowatts, you'll have to upload, like, I think it's like receipts and pictures and some other stuff to show proof that you have it. And it's going to give you a tax credit. And that's kind of cool with this. When you add more than one battery, you guys can go all the way up to 5 batteries. When you have 5 batteries connected to the station, it's 12 kilowatts of hour power. So 12 kilowatts of hour power should run most of your home appliances for a good amount of time without an issue. You can link it with a second 2,000 plus and 10 batteries. That's going to give you guys 24 kilowatts power. That's running your whole homestead. That's running your whole home off of these. And you guys can have the extra solar capabilities because each battery can have solar panels. The stations can have solar panels. That means you're not paying your electric company like Eversource money to run your home. You'll have a station like this to do that. Now, remember though, in a really cloudy, over rainy sky, may not charge the best. But you still can do that. Power up and keep the charge, during those days that you don't need to. Phenomenal option. Still full app control. The app will have you access to it, allow you to run it, and everything you need. So that is the 4,000 kit. 4,000 kit is a beautiful, beautiful product. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick, guys, so bear with me. All right, we're now going to show you guys the 500. Now, the E500 is the one that has the option of the free gift. So, the E500 comes with the free gift, and it's a great little piece. Purchases of any of the E500 plus the 100 watt. All right, we're showing you guys the 500. I'm going to drop down the table. We're going to come over here. You guys are going to notice that I have a couple packages in front of it. And that's, of course, the cabling packages that we were showing you. The 500 is 518 watt hours of power in a 13-pound package. 13 pounds is all it weighs. 518 watt hours of power, it has a fixed handle. It's actually really, really decently well done product with that fixed handle. If you are trying to charge it off a wall plug, it's going to use the 8 millimeter adapter plug with this. So you guys will have to use the 8 millimeter plug. It's going to allow you to connect up and then run off of that. Now, with that being said, the 8 millimeter plug is a decent plug. It's not an issue. It's going to allow you to connect up, run, and everything with this. Now, it has, of course, two 6.5 millimeter by 1.4 millimeter plugs below that. Those are output ports alone. Now, the input port is going to charge at a great charge rate, but it's going to allow you to charge at 100 watts max. So that means it's a 5-hour charge time off of this device through the 100 watts max through the 8 millimeter DC port. Solar, same thing. So you have solar capabilities at 100 watts through this. You're going to have 3 DC plugs. 2 of those are those 6.5s, and then you have the 12 volt 10 amp plug. You then have the 3 USB-A ports in the middle. Now those 3 USB-A ports are, of course, 5 volt 2.4 amps. They do well. Phenomenally well with these plugs right here. Nice display. It's going to allow you to see this. Of course, fixed handle. It's got the AC outlet over here that is 500 watts pure sine wave power, can't be in 1,000. And it also has a flashlight on the side, so if I hit that button, it turns on. If I hold it down, it's going to go into SOS pattern, or I can just shut it off just by pressing of a button. And of course, with that, we can even shut the display off. We can turn on the switches and all of that with this. On the bottom are the silicone pads, and you're going to find the silicone pads on this on every device that they make. So they have silicone pads no matter what it is. So you guys can set it down and not worry about the surface that you set it on. That's kind of cool that they added all of that with this. Quick run times, but has a great running capacity as well. You guys can do a flat screen TV for about 7 hours off of this device. Maybe 30 hours with the laptop. That's going to be like your notebooks, your Chromebooks, and stuff like that. 9 hours with the mini cooler. You guys could do, let's say, 8 hours with an air pump, maybe 50 minutes with a blender. The varieties will change. Your CPAP machine may give you 9 hours or so with the heated mask. Without it, longer runtime, guys. So the varieties of usabilities with the 500. $284 is the price point for the 500. Now, like we said, you have that optional gift with this, so that's kind of cool. Their optional gift, you will have to set that in, of course, your carousel to get that gift. But hey, they're offering it for you. You can also get the 500 with, of course, the 100-watt solar panel. Now, that's going to be the Jackery Solar Saga solar panel package. It's $455 price point. It's a 43% savings. You're getting the 500, and you're getting, of course, that beautiful, beautiful little piece of technology. So you guys can get it, run it, capability of that with it on hand. Now, the 100-watt panel is an amazing little panel. Fully waterproof, water resistant, but it is a nice size panel nonetheless. You're probably like, that's all the size? No, it's folded up, guys. It folds up. It's multiple panels of connections. If I pop this open, you guys will be greeted with actually how big this is. So let's kind of show you guys how large this panel really truly is. So nice long length of a panel that's going to come with this kit for $455. It's a like $209 solar panel right now. So by itself, it's like $209. Normally, it's $300. So kind of cool. Great little options. Now, we showed you guys the 500, which are a phenomenal product in its own right and will do well for you. If you want a portable power station, that's where we're going to go. Before I get into that, I'm going to pop over here. We're going to show you guys a quick little video. I will be right back, guys, in 1 second.
Plus, the batteries are powered by industry-leading LFP cells arranged in a CTB honeycomb structure. Of course, with no compromise in voltage. It outputs at both 120 and 240 volts to support 99% of household applications. A single unit outputs 7,400 watts. So even your big, power-hungry appliances keep going and going. Not to mention full support for EV charging hubs. Connect up to 10 extra battery packs for a whopping 60 kilowatt hours of storage and a 14,000 watt output. Everything's made possible by the smart transfer switch, where you effortlessly connect Jackery 5000 Plus to your home's electrical system.
Okay, I'm now back. I do apologize for that really quick break, and if you guys hear vacuuming, I do apologize. They're cleaning the hallway. Was not expecting that. We're going to talk about the 300 Plus. Now, the 300 Plus is one of those really great products that has a phenomenally quick charge time. Now, normally a $300 price tag, the 300 Plus is actually coming in at about $199 today. Now, $199, this is going to be a very portable, very accessible power station for pretty much everybody. We're going to have it in 3 different package deals for you. So that's the cool variation with this. So you guys can get it by itself, or you guys can get it with one of 2 different solar panels that can come with this. Now, 8.2 pounds, that's all this weighs. 8.2 pounds. Lightweight, portable. It's got the handle just like the larger ones. It's a mimic of the larger one, which is great. It's got, of course, serial numbers, QR code. You guys can register the warranty. It's got, of course, the 3-prong wall plug. It moved away from the DC ports. Still got the cooling technology, but has a flashlight. The flashlight, single light brightness and SOS pattern, so 2 modes. You have the display with that high-vis orange colorway. You have the 12-volt 10-amp DC plug on the side. That 12-volt 10-amp DC plug is great for a lot of different variations. Maybe you want to add extra USB-C ports or USB-A ports. You're going to have one AC outlet that does, of course, 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 600. You're going to have a 100-watt bidirectional USB-C port that's in and out charging at 100 watts. You have a 15-watt USB-C port and a 15-watt USB-A port. Now, with the 8.2 pounds, this is actually 288 watt-hours of power in this device. 288 watt-hours of power. The charge time is where it's kind of cool. I apologize, had to sneeze. Charge time on this is actually really phenomenal. It's under an hour and a half. So under an hour and a half, you're fully charged, you're up and running, and you have 288 watt hours of power to get you through a camping day or all of the other pieces. What could you run off of this? A Nintendo Switch for like 40 hours. Your 15 watt Wi Fi router could run over 15 hours off of this. Your flat screen TV should be able to run about 4.5 hours off of this device. Your 45 watt house fan, again, should be able to run 4.5 to 5 hours off of this device. You will be able to get about 13 to 14 cell phone charges, 16 plus DSLR batteries. Now, DSLR batteries are going to be kind of like this, and I can kind of show you guys my kit. So that's a DSLR battery kit. It's a triple pack. You guys should be able to get at least 16 plus of those batteries, depending on the size of your battery. I'm getting over that with mine because they're a smaller style battery, but it will do well for you. Being able to carry it around and take it with you is just what I love. Because it's 8.2 pounds, even your kid can walk around like it's got a boombox on its shoulder. Do I recommend that? Not always. But hey, it's a cool idea to be able to show off that bright orange. With the 300 plus, you guys have a great variety of run and usages. It can do pretty much whatever you could think of. 8.2 pounds means it can be actually do well and fit in a backpack. Under an hour and a half on a wall plug, 4.5 hours in your car, or 3 hours through the USB-C port is going to be your charging capabilities. The solar charging will vary with whatever solar panel you have. So let's say you guys buy the package of the 300 plus with the Mini 40. It's going to be about a 7.5 hour charge time. If you have the 100 watt solar panel, it's going to be about a 4-hour charge time. You guys can see where we're going with this. $199 by itself, it is a great deal. It's a phenomenal deal. But get it with the 100 watt solar panel, and you guys are getting it, of course, for I think it's like $398. So you're getting this package deal for $398. 100 watt solar panel, and of course, an 8-pound power station. Portable, accessible. This would be great for those of you going camping this summer. Take it with you, go camping, use it to power up and charge your cell phones, maybe your camping lanterns or other devices with this. So this is a great kit. The 100 watt panel, of course, is fully waterproof, water resistant, and does have a carrying handle, which I'm not using right now because I'm just trying to show it off. If this is not the variation that you want, and remember, it's a 4.5 hour charge time variation right here, we have a more portable, more accessible kit for you. This is going to be the 300 plus and Mini 40 solar panel package. Now, this only weighs, and I'm going to go here, it only weighs 11 pounds total weight. So this is 11 pounds total weight between the two pieces. You have a fully waterproof, water-resistant, portable solar panel. That's the size of a 3-ring binder that can fit in your backpack. And you have a power station. Now, there are backpacks out there that can and will be able to hold both of these devices. And it's kind of a cool idea. Now, I don't know if Jackery makes a carrying bag for this, but that'd even be cooler. But 11-pound package, fully waterproof, water resistant, 7.5 hour charge time. That means during the day while you're off swimming, this thing's device is charging. You come back, it's fully charged, you're ready to go. That's a great idea. Going to be a phenomenal piece. This is a $279 price point package. So $279 is going to be that package right there. We are going into the realm of the 1000 plus. Now, we're showing you guys a package for the 1000 plus. I have the 1000 plus, but I don't have the solar panels that come in this package. This is a new solar panel that you guys will get before me. I'm just going to go there. You guys will end up having this before me. Cool idea with this. So you're going to get a phenomenal station that does over 1200 watt hours of power. But it comes with 2 of the Mini 100 watt solar panels. Now, this is their new creation of the Mini solar panels, which is going to be great. I can't wait to mess with them and show you guys. We have some ideas of recording with it, which is going to be fun. Now, we're going to move to the table. We're going to hit, of course, the upper table back here, and we're going to move all the way to the side. That is the 1000 V2. Now, the 1000 V2 is 1264 watt hours of power in a 39-pound system. 39 pounds is all it weighs. Now, when I zoom on in, you're going to see the system right there at the bottom. It's got, of course, 2,000 watts of pure sine wave power to go through 3 AC outlets. Those AC outlets are phenomenal. You're going to have a 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter adapter plug. The beautiful display. Just like we just showed you guys in a few of the others, that display is very high vis, very easily readable, and accessible. It still has app control. Now, the app control, fully free, so you guys can use it. Will run multiple devices without a problem. It's Bluetooth or Wi-Fi connectable, so you have multiple choices. And this device does have, of course, that flashlight that does 3 modes. Below that is going to be your USB-C ports and USB-A ports. It comes with 2 of those USB-C ports. Those are 100-watt ports and 18-watt USB-A ports. Your charge time on this device is going to be less than 2 hours on a wall plug. So standard under 2-hour charge time on this. If you had 6 of those 100-watt solar panels, 4 to 4.5 hour charge time. 4 to 4.5 hour charge time. Crazy. You're getting 2 of those panels in this kit. If you had 2 more of those, you see where I'm going. What could you run off of this? You guys could run a weed eater, electric cookers. You guys could do coffee makers. You guys could do pretty much whatever you could think of and do it well. B10 leaf blowers, pruning saws, angle grinders. You guys could do lamps, portable ACs. You guys could do blenders, projectors, computers, KitchenAid mixer. You guys could do a hair dryer if you needed to. You can do a microwave as well off of this. It has a nice range of variety on hand. The difference with this is, guys, capabilities are there, but I love the idea that they will allow you to charge at 800 watts max. So if you had, let's say, 4 of the 200 watt panels, you guys can have this charged in 2.5 hours. With 4 of the 100 watt panels, you guys see where I'm going. You have the different charge times. It's a quick charge time. It's a phenomenal charge time with this. I love that idea. This system works really well. 1,000 plus with solar panel idea is phenomenal. At $1,500, it's a great deal. But that's not where that system ends, you guys. Because the 1,000 plus is a versatile system, you can add batteries to this station. So you can add 1 battery, 2 batteries, or 3 batteries. The moment you add 3 batteries, you guys have 5 kilowatts of power. 5 kilowatts of power. That's a decent amount of power with this. So you guys will notice I have, of course, the 1 battery sitting above it. It's a linked up battery. The app and linking will allow for, of course, if I turned it on through the app, you guys would notice that the battery kicks on. So if I get up and turn the station on, it'll turn the battery on. And that's what I'm going to kind of show you guys. So let's turn the station on. The moment I kick that on, the battery came on and the display's on. If I want to shut it off, I can cut the display off. If I hold the power button down, it shuts both pieces off. So you don't have to worry about it just by flipping the switch. So when it's linked, that's the way it runs. Renee, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So the 1,000 plus system, guys, with 2 of those 100 watt solar panels are phenomenal pieces. Any questions about the 1,000 plus or the 100 watt solar panels, please ask. What I can tell you is those solar panels are going to be waterproof, water resistant. They're going to be very versatile, and it's going to do well for this. What do we have up next? I think we're going to show you guys the 300. The E300 is what we are about to talk about. So let's do this. Let's see if I can grab it with my foot. We're going to show you guys one of those stations that can be used as a dumbbell to work out with. What? You're probably thinking I'm weird. Well, hey, lack of sleep does that, but hey, I'm not joking. This is the 300. Now, this is a 7-pound power station. A 7-pound power station that I can sit here and curl my arm all day long with. I love that. But let's be honest, if it was heavier than that, I wouldn't be curling it. This is the 300. It is a fixed handle power station that does 293 watt hours of power. It has, of course, the beautiful air flowing vent and high vis colorway, larger than life Jackery logo. I love this logo. It's beautifully well done. The contrast between the black and orange is amazing. That's why I got it on the shirt. I really want one of those other shirts, though, that have it sideways. I love that idea. Now, beautiful handle right here. Multiple ports of connection, but 293 watt hours of power. Now, you're going to have, of course, the 12 volt 10 amp DC plug that's hidden away. You're going to have that display, so if I hit it, you guys can see that we are about 40% battery. Of course, it's been there for the last few shows because I haven't had a chance to use it lately. You guys have the DC plug. That's going to be your 8mm plug. That's going to allow you to do the 7909 adapter with this. 2 USB-A ports and a USB-C port. The USB-C port, if you guys see that, is a 60 watt in and out port. Next is a 300 watt AC outlet plugs. You get 2 of those, but can peak at 500 if you need to. Your charge time will be about 3.5 hours on a wall plug by itself. If you use the USB-C port and, of course, the wall plug together, 2-hour charge time is where it's going to be at. With this, you guys can run the Nintendo Switch again for about 40 hours without a problem. 4.5 hours with the house fan, 4.5 hours with flat screen TV, maybe 3.5 hours with a heated pad or heated blanket. The variations will vary with this. $159 is your price tag for this. $159. It is a crazy price point for a device of this size. It's a phenomenal price point, 39% off. It's normally $250 for this. So, great idea to be had. You guys can also get this as a package deal. Now, we have it set up with the 100 watt solar panel package deal in the carousel for, I think it's like $284. So, you guys can get it with that 100 watt panel, pair it up, have it up and charged and running, and you're good to go. So, you guys can do that. 100 watt panel will be great. $284 for these 2 devices. You're literally paying $159 for that station. This is normally a $200 or $300 power solar panel. It's, I think, for sale for like $209. You guys do the math. You're saving quite a bit between the package deal. It's a 43% savings. $284 for this. If you don't want it with the 100 watt panel, or you guys can also reach out and probably get the 40 watt panel. Now remember, 7 pounds, 2.5 pounds. This is a light package, under 10 pounds. So you have the capabilities with this. 300. Amazing little power station. Perfect. Easily well. Now, I've used the 300 for quite a bit. Not just doing arm curls and acting like a fool on stream. I've used it to run Keystone lights. I've used it to charge my phones. I've used it to actually run my phones during stream. And I do have to use phones during the stream to, of course, run carousels and stuff. So having it connected up is a great idea. So 300, great little options for you guys if you're looking. What do we got next? I think we're going to show you guys the 240 V2. So version 2 of the 240 is a great idea. Before we do that, we're going to correct my voice slightly with the lozenger. I don't have no lemon candy left. 240 V2 is, of course, again, an 8-pound power station. Now, at 8 pounds, very lightweight, very portable. Normally $250 price tag, it's $174 today. 256 watt hours of power with the foldable handle. Has that beautiful flashlight that's going to allow you to do single light mode or SOS pattern. Has the AC outlet that does 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 600 on this one. 100 watt USB-C port, bi-directional. 15 watt USB-C port, 15 watt USB-A port, 12 volt 10 amp plug, and of course that beautiful display that allows for app control. Under 2 hours standard charge time with this. It has Charge Shield 2.0. In Charge Shield 2.0, you guys can activate quick emergency charge rate, 1 hour charge time, fully charged, you're up and running. With it, 12 to 13 cell phone charges can be charged off of this device alone. You can run that 200-watt desktop PC for over an hour without an issue. You guys can run the mini fridges. Wi-Fi router, yet again, about 14 hours off a Wi-Fi router off of this. You have the capabilities. It's the weight and possibility of taking it wherever you need. All of their stations do come with the warranty, so you don't have to worry about it. They are also LiFePO or lithium cells, which means if you fully charge this device, it should be able to sit for a full year, come back to it, still have a charge. I do recommend tendering it every 2.5 to 3 months, guys, to make sure your battery is kept tendered, topped off, and of course, a longer battery lifespan, which is great. This would be a perfect package right here. If you want to by itself, $174. Or you guys can get it for $236 with the Mini 40 solar panel. So Mini 40 guys right here, that is a great idea. So cool little piece. $236 for this. 11-pound package, portable, lightweight, accessible. Great little ideas. All right, 1 second. Let me check something real quick. Okay. We're going to show you guys the 3000 Pro. We just showed you guys the 3000 Pro package deal. Now, the 3000 Pro package deal is approximately $17.99. It's going to come with the station and 2 of the 200-watt solar panels for $17.99. Has to use the code to get that. If you want the 3000 Pro by itself, you guys can definitely do that. It's going to be about $14.99, but you guys are going to get, of course, that beautiful station down there. 3,024 watt hours of power and a 64-pound station. $1,500 is that price point. Not a bad price point whatsoever. It's a phenomenal product. Capable of running pretty much anything you need in your home except for, and I'm going to say it, your central AC, your hot tub, or your dryer. And could technically run those devices if you had the manual transfer station hooked up. That's a different package and a different product altogether. You guys can also get the 2000 Plus right next door with it, with 2 of the 200-watt solar panels for $18.99. So you're getting 2,042 watt hours of power in a nice 63-pound package, but you're getting 2 of those solar panels. Now, that's an $18.99 price tag. It's 42% off. Phenomenally well done. So if you need something of that size, definitely check it out. Now, we're going to go into a little bit long. Whoops, that is not what I want. That is what I want. We're going to go into a little bit longer of a product detailed run through. And that's because this product is geared towards those of you that want to run your homestead, want to run your home, want to power a small city. And I'm not kidding. It has the power to run quite a bit of stuff, whether it be your small business, your garages, your shops, your homesteads, your houses, maybe your cabin that you guys go camping at. This is the 5000 Plus. Now, the 5000 Plus is, of course, 132 pounds, so it weighs quite a bit. Don't let that worry about that, guys. Now, what I can tell you, though, is the 5000 Plus is coming in at $2,999 today with the discount code. We're going to move. We are going to show you guys this amazing product right here. Now, I'm going to back up the product a little bit. You guys can see how large it is. Now, if I stand next to it, you can see my ugly legs. But you notice it comes to about knee height with me. That's the size of this. It's not that long or not that wide either. It is 132 pounds. So they said, hey, let's add a handle. The handle comes up, it locks in place, and it'll allow you to tip it without a problem and roll it around. Now remember, 132 pounds normally would be a chore or a task to roll around. They didn't make it so because they made that leverage very, very accessible for you. It can still be picked up. It has two handles right here. If you guys see, you guys can pick it up and move it just like that if you need to. The device itself has multiple points of connections and multiple variations of runtime with this. So we're going to go into full depth. First, you have the 12-volt 10-amp DC plug, standard on most of their devices, which is great. It's a 12-volt 10-amp DC style cigarette lighter adapter. Comes with their larger display with the high-vis colorway, and if we power it up here, you guys see it come on. It's a 72% battery. It's got input and output of the actual charging. Right there is a flashing light. That is your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectability. If you do not see those, you guys can actually come and grab two of these plugs, push these ports, and it will reset this. You guys can see right there, it's showing a reset symbol, and that's the way it's going to read. If I hit it in a different way, it's going to come off and unlock it as well. The opposite side is two USB-C ports. These are 100-watt ports. They are 100-watt capable of charging your MacBooks and everything else in between. Two USB-A ports, 18 watts max charging capability. If I want to shut this off, I just literally hold down that power button, and it will power the whole system back off. On the front panel are 4 AC outlets. Now, these are going to do 7,200 watts of sine wave usability through these. 7,200 watts. Now, 7,200 watts is a crazy amount of power to come through these plugs. That is not where Jackery left this at all. So they didn't say, hey, let's just, build that. That's going to be good enough. No, not with Jackery. They didn't do it. Not going to happen. If I grab this handle and we spin the device around, you're going to notice that we have more connectability ports over here. We have an AC expansion port at the top. Now, the AC expansion port is going to allow you to connect up to a second station, connect up to your home. And by doing that, it's going to connect up to what's called a smart transfer station, which we kind of showed you guys at the beginning of the show. Your smart transfer station literally looks just like this. This is what's going to be. It needs to be installed by an electrician. The electrician will connect it up to your circuit breaker box, and it's going to allow you to connect up to one or two of these stations. It's then going to allow you to run 12 individual breakers or circuits. And it has 12 of those pre-built in that you guys can wire and label for this. With that, you guys have a grid power switch that'll shut the grid off, or you guys have a play and pause button down below. Now, this is a separate device for the 5000. Now, with this device, though, you have a phenomenal amount of ways. Below that connectability of the smart transfer station, if you guys are using the smart transfer station and it's wired up to your home, you can actually charge this device through that at 4,000 watts of power. 4,000 watts means, guys, less than 2 hours, this device by itself is fully charged. With it being said, if we pop it up, zoom it in, and bring it down, you're going to notice a L14-30 NEMA plug. L14-30. This can actually be connected up to your washers and dryers or other devices that use that style plug. Or if you have an L14-30 to T30 adapter, you guys can connect it up to your RV, your motorhome, or toy haulers. If you need to, you have a 14-50 that can be connected up through that T30, of course, adapter again for running your motorhomes and other devices, or plugging your house dryer, or of course your central AC. These two plugs are 120, 240 volt dual charging capability. So you guys can switch from 120 to 240 with these. Now you guys are probably laughing at the way I'm angled and of course all of that. And that's because I'm trying to show you guys this device. With that, that is not where they left it, because they can't just leave things alone. They got to add things, which I love. We're going to spin this device 180 degrees to the opposite side. Now, down at the bottom, right there is that bottom port. That is what they call a DC expansion port. That DC expansion port is what's going to connect up to batteries. You guys can connect and pair up to batteries with this. We'll get into the batteries in a minute. Above that is your AC expansion port or AC plug. This is your wall charging plug. This is going to allow you to charge at 1800 watts of charging capability. When you charge at 1800 watts, you guys can have a 3.5 hour charge time. 3.5 hours is where it's at. Right here is a panel, and I'm going to pop it off. We always do. You have 2 of those 8mm ports. These are going to allow you to connect up to the 200 watt solar panels, the 500X, the 100 watt solar panels. Maybe you have 80 watt panels. It's going to allow you to connect up to that. Max 1200 watts through these 2 plugs. It's going to give you a 5-hour charge time. They said, hey, you know what? Let's give those guys with the high power solar arrays some connectors. They have them. You guys can connect up to the 4,000 plus watt solar connections. It will allow you to charge at 4,000 watts though, max. So let's say you guys have 8,000 watts of solar panels out there. You may be only getting maybe 4,000 watts of power. It's going to come through this, and it will actually stop and cut it off and only charge at 4,000 watts. Under 2 hours fully charged. To get that to run, you need to flip the switch and activate high power solar. Using low power, leave the switch over. Now the battery port and connection, guys. You guys can run 5 batteries on this device, and that's kind of cool. With it, of course, when you add an extra battery, it's an extra 5,040 watt hours of power. So right there, off itself, it's 5,040. Add an extra battery, that's at 10,080 watt hours of power. Add 5 batteries, it's over 30 kilowatts of power. 30 kilowatts of power. The variations of the 4 different charging ways are great. The variations of the power is phenomenal. By itself, it should be able to run your home appliances for at least a day or so. Technically, you can run a 60 watt flat screen TV for at least 2 days without an issue. Now, it doesn't just have to be that. It can run, let's say, your house dryer for 3 hours by itself. It can run your central AC for about 2 hours. It can run your hot water tank for about 10 hours. To be able to run a hot water heater for 10 hours is a great idea. I love that idea. 4.5 hours with the central AC, up to 110 hours with, like, let's say, 100 watt fridges. You have the capabilities of doing that. Now, the device itself also can and will be used as what's called a UPS or an EPS, uninterruptible power supply or emergency power supply. When in standard settings, it can do 20 milliseconds of switchover. By using the STS or the Smart Transfer Station and switching over inside the app, you guys can set it in 0 milliseconds of switchover. Now, 0 milliseconds of switchover can be used by itself or with the STS. When doing that, you have no loss of data, no loss of usage. It stays completely running with the system. Now, the price, like I said, for the 5,000 system, you guys can get it for $29.99 by itself. It's normally $4,300. It's already $34.99 today by if you want it with that. It's a 19% savings. Use our discount code and save yourself $1,300 today. Crazy, you're saving $1,300. Station is phenomenal. It's beautifully well done. It's an amazing little product. They did not leave it there. You guys can get the 500 or 5,000 plus with the 500 watt solar panel for $39.99. So you can do that. What I'm going to attempt to do is I think I have a video over here. Let's see if I have this video. I think I have it as a test video. Don't I have it? Yeah, 0 milliseconds to switch over. So let's kind of show you guys this video. So this is the 5,000 plus connected up. It's plugged into the wall. I have, of course, the beautiful little air purifier connected up. You guys see that it is running. Now, it is running through, of course, my wall plug off of the Jackery station. When I come over here, I'm going to literally unplug the power station. And you're going to watch that there is little to no, and I mean literal to no delay of unplugging it and connecting it up. What you saw was the screen timeout. I didn't have it set for a long period of time. I'm going to reach over, I'm going to unplug it, and you're going to notice that it stays running. I love that idea. So to be able to unplug something, keep it up and running, and not have much of a delay is a good idea. To do that 0 milliseconds is phenomenal. For those of you that have like data mining, you guys are mining for Bitcoin. Maybe you have a home server. Maybe you guys, well, what else? CPAP machines, refrigerators. It has no loss. Literally stays running, and then of course it goes back to charging once the power's on. So that's the cool idea. To have something of this styling is great, a little option. Now you guys can get it, like I said, by itself for $29.99. If you want to, though, you guys can get it with, of course, this large solar panel for $39.99. And it is their largest single panel system. Now, it's not really a single panel. It's made from 6 85-watt panels. I apologize, guys, I dropped them, so I was picking it up. 6 85-watt panels. It's 98 inches long. It's fully waterproof, water resistant for harsh and wet weather. It's going to do everything you could ever want with this. Now, it's a great idea to have a system and a solar panel for $39.99. It's a great price point. But I'm going to tell you guys, I almost would buy just the system itself because it's $3,000. I mean, at $3,000 is a phenomenal idea. Of course, add another $1,000, you get that $1,000 solar panel with it. I get it. Price is there. It's a great price point. Fully waterproof, water resistant, beautiful little piece. Now the 5,000 is definitely the creme de la creme. It's their largest, beautiful, most immaculate system for those of you that need something like that. So any questions about any of those stations that we have shown thus far, definitely ask. We're here to answer. We're going to take a second of a break, and we're going to, of course, keep going with this. All right. We're into the area where we're going to kind of show you guys solar panels and, of course, the options of solar panels that they offer. First and foremost is going to be the 100-watt bifacial charging panel. It's a $209 price tag today, which is a great savings, normally a $300 tag. So with that, this is that 100-watt panel. Amazing, amazing solar panel. Fully waterproof, water resistant. I can get it wet. It's not going to hurt it. It has 2 kickstands built in. One of them has that larger than life logo. But of course, it has an elastic strap that's going to allow you to set it up at a 20 to 25 degree angle. At that degree angle, you guys are getting the most optimal of charging capabilities. With this, it's got snap rings with fabric devices that hold it together. It's got snapped ring and pressed in fabric handles. So you guys have that. Now, when you pop it open, you guys can actually open it all the way up. It is bifacial charging, which means it can actually take a solar charge from one side or the other. It doesn't matter. And of course, it does matter the way it's set. The blue side's going to get the reflective charging, but it's going to charge no matter what. When you do this, you guys can actually be greeted with the trifold design, but the quad panel. Now, this panel is very, very large. It's very long. It's beautifully well done. It's going to do everything you need, but it's got that waterproof rating that, hey, I can leave it out in a snowstorm. I can leave it out in a rainstorm. It's not going to hurt it whatsoever. If it is in a dust storm, wash it off the hose. Don't worry about it. Now, it's a monocrystalline solar cell. It's going to do 100% efficiency in the brightest sun during, of course, summer. For those of you that may live in, of course, Washington, Oregon, you know that your rainforest state is going to have overcast skies maybe 70% of the time. It will still do 25% efficiency in those low light settings, which is great. The cabling, of course, is going to be a 10-foot cable. That cable will connect up to this little device right back here, and I'll pop open the cover. Now, to connect that cable, I'll actually grab the cable and kind of show you guys this. So let's do this. I have the cabling out today, so we can kind of show you guys the connection for the cable. The bottom cable. this is that cable. So you're going to get this cable with this kit. You're going to take this plug right here, and that plug is going to come over here, and it's going to, of course, press into the hole. Now, it will only go in one direction, so be careful which way you press it. Once it's in there and you guys are connected up, you'll connect the other side into the solar panel. It's going to have a 10-foot cable. It's going to have multiple adapters, including a 90-degree bend. So if you guys need it, it's there. So a great little option. When not in use, of course, you got the cover to cover it back up, and you have the cable to be put away. This is $209, guys. Get 4 of these, get 6 of them, get 8 of them. Enjoy the solar charging capability and the portability of this. Dual kickstands, great little option for those of you that need it. If you don't want that smaller solar panel, we totally understand. You guys can get, of course, the 200. Now, the 200 Solar Saga is a larger solar panel that's going to work with pretty much all of their stations from the 1000s up. Now, when we pop over to, of course, this video scene, I'm going to grab the video for the 200-watt solar panel. This is that 200-watt panel. Now, yours will be a little bit different. Yours is going to be, of course, bifacial. So that means it has dual-side charging capability with this. It means you guys get reflective charging. Mine is the original 200-watt panel. I don't have the newer 200-watt panel. It is a large, long panel that weighs approximately 20-plus pounds, all right? Just going there. Now, with this panel, it is normally like $600, and I think it's like normally $600-plus. It's like $699. It is $379 today, so you guys are getting it for $379. It's going to do 26.7% efficiency in converting light to power in low light settings. So you guys still get that great conversion rate with the efficiency in lower light settings. If you have 100% light, you guys are going to get that 200 watts at 18 volts, which is great. Now, beautifully well done. ETFE laminated handles, sunlight angle indicator. It's going to allow you to set it at a 25-degree angle, get the reflective charging from the opposite side. It is, of course, coupled with their IBC technology, which is actually better than PERC panels. And the PERC panels are decent, but this has that IBC technology. It's going to allow you to convert that power easier in lower light settings. Should take you less than 30 seconds or less to set it up, get it up, and running. Phenomenal idea right here. So you have the capabilities with this solar panel to do all of that on hand. If that is not the panel you need, maybe you want, of course, a $79 solar panel. Now, $79, this is the Mini 40. The Mini 40 is a phenomenally beautiful little piece. Now, I'm going to check something real quick. Is it $89 now? Did I miss it? No. Yeah. If you're a Prime member, you guys can get it for $79. If you're not a Prime member, it's $89. This is going to be the Mini 40. Now, the Mini 40 is a phenomenal, beautiful little panel. Now, this panel is great. Fully waterproof, water resistant, 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, half-inch thick. Uses the same cord or cable that we just showed you guys on the 100. Has their beautiful logo on orange, on black, and of course magnetic clasp. So this magnetic clasp holds it shut. So it's magnetically connectable. Has pressed rings like all of them. Use them to tie down your solar panels to keep them from blowing in the wind. When you want to, it's a trifold design, but when you open it up, you have a quad panel. This panel is definitely long enough and great with this. And I like the idea with this. And I'm going to go here. If you want to go hiking into, of course, a campsite, maybe you're hiking into the woods and you're taking one of the smaller stations, maybe the 100 plus, maybe the 240s. You guys can leave it snapped together just like this. So you guys can have it snapped together with only 2 panels open. Take your snap rings or your snap D-rings, D-ring, clip it to your backpack and have the 2 panels out. And it can charge your station as you're in there walking or hiking. Now, yes, it's going to have a little flapper movement, but it's still going to allow you to charge off of 2 panels. Now, yeah, you're not getting the full 40 watts, but you are getting a charge nonetheless. If you guys are above 6 foot, you guys technically, if you wanted to, have it completely undone, snap ring D-ring to you, and allow it to charge while you're walking in there. Now, this technically can charge your iPhone 13 in 2.5 hours if you guys have that connector, so 2.5 hours fully charged. It does about 23% efficiency in converting light to power. It's a single-sided solar panel, so it doesn't do bifacial, but it's a great idea. Now, 40 watts of charging capability. This would work well with the 100 plus, all the way up to the 300s, the 240s. It's a phenomenal piece. Now, yes, you guys can connect it up to the 500. No, it's not going to charge the 500 in a day. I'm going there with you. It's not going to charge you 500 in a day. It's just not going to do it. It's a 40 watt panel. So $79 for the Prime members, $89 if you're not. This is a great idea. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal panel. We have, of course, the DIY panel up next. This is the 100 Prime. The 100 Prime comes with a hardware kit like this, guys. The hardware kit's beautiful. It's a phenomenal kit. When you open it up, you're going to be greeted with 4 of these brackets, and they're called Z brackets. Kind of look like a Z. You guys can get the look of Z. What this is going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to, of course, take the solar panel, butt it up to this, and it's going to allow you to set it on there, right? Pre-drilled and tapped holes. So you guys have the mounting hardware for the solar panel, and you have the mounting holes for wherever you mount it to, whether it be the roof of your car, your motorhome, your sheds, your house, whatever. Has 2 pre-drilled holes. It is, of course, either powder coated or painted, and it is, of course, stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about it rusting. You don't have to worry. That's a great idea. No worries. It's going to come with, of course, 8 of these self-tapping screws. Now, these self-tapping screws are a fine thread screw with a drilled bit end. And that bit end is going to allow you to go into wood, metal, or everything in between. Has a washer that's going to make it watertight. I always recommend still using sealant or caulking to, of course, make sure that your connection is still very, very watertight. With it, you're going to get all of the stainless steel hardware. You guys are going to get nuts and bolts and washers to mount the actual panel to the brackets. So you guys have that as well. The panel is their only tempered glass panel. It is a full glass panel. Now, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to grab it. We're going to show it to you guys. Put that on hand. This is that glass panel. Now, this glass panel is well done. It does not fold up. It's a little bit heavier, but it is glass, so be careful with it. It's got a lot of fingerprints, and you guys can see me draw on it right here, right? Metal framed all the way around to actually house it. Bifacial charging. Bifacial charging, guys, that's great. It's going to allow you to charge from both sides at a reflective charge rate with this. Now, on the back, you guys can see the back side. It's got, of course, the reflective charging capabilities when it's at a 25-degree angle. You're also going to see the pre-drilled holes that your nuts and bolts will go into, connect up to, of course, those brackets. Has a 10-foot cable permanently attached. With that, it's got an Anderson clip siding. The Anderson clip siding is what you guys are going to use to connect up to Y splitters or to like the 1000. If you guys use the adapters to go to DC plug, that's also where it's going to connect. Now the Y splitters. I can show you guys a Y splitter right here. This is the Y splitter. It's an Anderson clip Y splitter. You'll literally take this, you'll connect up this side to it, you'll connect up another solar panel to that, and then you'll take this side to connect up to either the DC plug-in or to the device that actually uses it. That means you guys can link multiple of these 100-watt panels to get a higher charge rate into the system. Now, IP68 rated, guys, this is a phenomenal piece. Does it have to be at a 25-degree angle to get the most optimal charging? No. You guys can mount it flat if you need to. So the top of your motorhomes, your makeshift Volkswagen buses, and everything can be mounted flat or on a movable angle. So if you guys are really well done with, like, bracketry and stuff, you guys can make it where it will angle up in a 25-degree angle when you're parked, but while you're driving, it is flat. So you have the variation with that. Again, IP68 rated with that one, so fully waterproof, water resistant, and perfect for all of you. The price point for the 100 Prime is $179. So you guys have $179 with that. Any questions about those panels? Man, I missed something. Somebody started following us, and then all of a sudden their message got blurped. Not sure what happened there. Pull the app back up. All right, we got a few more minutes, guys, so we're going to circle back to the 1000 V2 by itself. The 1000 V2 is coming in at $379 with our discount code today. But the 1000 V2 is a great little option for those of you that want a power station that's going to power quick emergencies or other situations. Now, we are actually running this device with lighting. When we started this show, I believe it was like 60% battery or something. I can't remember what it was at, but it did have and does have multiple devices connected in. We're going to pop it up. You're going to see it's 62% battery still. It is pulling approximately 27 watts of draw. Now, it's 1,070 watt hours of power in this device. 1,070 watt hours of power in a 24-pound package. Now, it is, of course, $379, so it is a great price point to be had for this device. Now, I love that price point, guys. Now, with it, it's a standard 2-hour charge time, so standard 2 hours quick charging is the way it's capable, so 2 hours. And that's the way it's going to work for you. Now, if you need to, though, you guys can actually charge it at a quicker charge rate with emergency charging at a 1-hour charge time. So you have that quick charging. The capabilities are definitely endless with the 1000 V2. You guys could run quite a bit. It has 3 AC outlets that do 1500 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 3000. It's got a flashlight that does standard light brightness, SOS pattern, or highlight brightness. So 3 modes. Display. The display is nice and bright, high vis, and it's going to allow you to see input and output of that and runtime. You're going to have 2 USB-C ports, a 30-watt port, 100-watt port, USB-A, 18-watt port, 12-volt 10-amp plug. This is going to be a great little option for even someone like Trevor. It's going to allow them to run their fridge or mini fridges. It's going to allow them to run their TVs. It's going to allow them to run, of course, let's say recharging camping lights. Their cell phones, maybe their handheld gaming consoles. That's what this will do. But at $379, it is a great product. I mean, honestly, $379, it's a phenomenal product that will do well. You do have to use the 1000 Live discount code to get it at $379. If not, you guys are getting it for $399. That's still a 50% savings right off there. Now, don't forget, though, we have that 7% off banner down there. If you guys spend over $2,000, use that 7% banner. Save yourself a few dollars. You'll also see the rotating banners on the side as well. If you want the 1000 V2, you guys can get it with, of course, a solar panel idea package. And that's going to be about $664. So you're going to get the 1000 V2 and, of course, one 200-watt panel. Now, that panel is a $700 panel all day long by itself, but you're getting it in this package deal. So, phenomenal package right there. If you don't want the 1000 V2s, I understand it. Why not go bigger? Why not go for broke? We have the brother next door, the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2, I can kind of show you guys the option of the app control. So, it's kind of where we show you guys, right? Let's do this. Pop it up. You guys can see it. Lights up. Nice and bright. High vis. If you want to go higher with that light, go ahead and do so. If you want to hit SOS pattern, hit the button in the app and allow it to do that. If I want to turn on the plugs, we can also turn on the plugs or turn off of the plugs. If we want to turn on or off the screen, we just hit a switch. Now, 2042 watt hours of power is your actual power rate with this device. 2042 watt hours of power. It's a phenomenal amount of power. It's enough power to run a 200-watt desktop PC for about 12 hours time. For those of you that want to run your 45-watt house fan, you're going to get at least a day runtime out of that, which I love. I love that I can run my house fan for a day off of this or more. And that means I'm actually got a nice little breeze on me during a hot time, a power outage, or vice versa. Technically, you guys could run, let's say, 1150 watt window AC off of this for about 2 hours. It's got the amount of power for this. Now, here's where it's kind of cool. Standard 2-hour fast charge mode with the 2042 watt hours power can go in emergency charge rate, 1 hour charge time. It is built with Charge Shield 2.0. So Charge Shield 2.0 is going to allow you to guys connect up to and have it charged in 1 hour in emergency situations. You have 2 USB-C ports, 30 watt port, 100 watt port, and the USB-A 18 watt port. You have the 12 volt 10 amp DC plug, and you have 3 AC outlets on this. So the 3 AC outlets are going to do 1500 watts of sine wave connectability. 1500 watts? No. 2200 watts, guys. Come on. 2200 watts. Where were you? 2200 watts of pure sine wave power through those 3 plugs can peak at 4400. This device is coming in at $799 today. $799 with that discount code. So $799 is a great price to be had. And it will allow you to run pretty much most of your devices without an issue, which I really do like. I love that idea. If you want the system by itself, hey, it's there for you. If you don't want it by itself, get it with the 2 200-watt solar panels for $1,300. And at $1,300, it's a great price and a very beautiful package to be had. Honestly, love that idea. Now, you guys can also get the 3000 Pro package deal, which is up on the table. That is that 64-pound station back here. Now, you guys can get the station and the 2 solar panels for $17.99. $17.99 is the price point to be had with our discount code. So you guys can get it for $17.99. Normally, this is a $3,700 price point. This is a great piece. 3,024 watt hours of power in this device that can be fully charged in about 3.5 hours with 6 of those panels. 6 of those panels, 3.5 hours. Now, standard wall charging with the 3000 Pro is going to be about 2.5 hours. On this device, you have 5 AC outlets that do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 6,000 for you. 2 USB-A ports, 2 USB-C ports, and it's got enough power that you guys can run a 5,800 watt MIG welder for over an hour. If you want to run your 520 watt refrigerator, about 5 to 6 hours plus. If you want to run, let's say, your 100 watt movie projector, over 21 hours of runtime off of this device. It has the capabilities. I'm just underestimating the runtime with this one. Now, the capabilities are endless. The portability, the connectability is all there to be had. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal station. Now, next to it is actually its brother, the 2000 Plus. And I call it a brother because it shares the housing, but it doesn't share certain technologies. The 2000 Plus or 4000 kit means you guys can get the 2000 Plus, the battery, and 2 solar panels for $2,500. Now, at $2,500, you're getting over 4,085 watt hours of power in a 4-piece package. Now, 4 pieces, you heard me right, you're getting 4 pieces. 2 solar panels, the battery, and the power station. You have the same plugs as the 3000 Pro, but you get the expandability of actually having extra power. So you can have 5 batteries if you wanted to. 2-hour charge time on a wall plug, 2 hours with 6 of the 200 watt panels. You're getting 2 of these panels. Get 4 more, and you guys have, of course, a 2-hour charge time. Where it's really cool about the 4000 kit is the battery can actually have 6 solar panels as well. So if you want to hack up 12 solar panels to the kit, go ahead and do so. If you had 5 of the batteries, you guys can add 6 solar panels to each piece. Connectability is there. $2,400.99 is the price tag of that device. So phenomenal, phenomenal price tag. Now, our other device that's on the smoking deal today is going to be the 5000 Plus. Now, we kind of talked about it a little bit ago, but you guys can get the 5000 Plus for $29.99. Now, $29.99 is going to be their largest solar station. Now, this station is phenomenal. It's right here. It's 132 pounds. It's got 4 AC outlets on the front. It's got 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, 12-volt 10-amp plug. With this, you get 5,040 watt-hours of power in a 132-pound package. The ports on the front are not the only plugs that it has. It has an AC expansion port on the side that's going to allow you to connect up to a smart transfer station. It's got, of course, 2 NEMA-style plugs. So you guys have an L14-30 and a 14-50 NEMA-style plug on the side. That's going to do 120 and 240-volt capability charging or running through power. That means it's a dual voltage charging system on the side. Here's the even better part. The 14-30 and the 14-50 can connect up to the T30 plug, and it will allow you to run, and I'm going to say it will allow you to run your RV, your motorhome, or your toy haulers off of this system. Now, the 5,000 plus system, guys, can actually run or charge in 4 different ways. First way is going to be through the smart transfer station at 4,000 watts off your electric power grid. It's going to allow you to charge in under 2 hours with this device. The second way would be high power solar array. When you connect up to a 4,000, 5,000 watt solar array, it's going to allow you to charge at 4,000 watts, again, under 2 hours charging. The 3-prong wall plug. If you guys plug it in, 3-prong wall plug, 1,800 watts is what it's going to allow you to charge at 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours to have 5,040 watt-hours of power is actually a decent quick charge rate. For those of you that only have, let's say, the 200 watt solar panels or the 500Xs, this will allow you to charge at 1,200 watts of charge rate with this device. Now, at 1,200 watts of charge rate, guys, it's going to allow you to charge at 5 hours, fully charged, you're up and running. So you will still be able to do that. The device itself has enough power to run a 60 watt TV for over 2 days without an issue. It can run your house dryer for about 3 hours. It can run your 200 watt desktop PC all day and then some without an issue. You guys can actually be there, power it up, and don't have to worry about it. That's the great idea. You have the capabilities of over 24 hours of runtime with the 200 watt desktop PC. The capabilities are endless with the 5,000 plus, guys, for $2,999. That is a great, great deal to be had. It's a phenomenal deal. Now, like we were showing you guys, if we back over to this table and we back down the zoom, you guys can see the table is packed. We have a lot of product on this table. We have the 500s. We have the 1000 V2. We have the 2000 V2. We have the 3000 Pro. We have the 1000 plus, and the 1000 plus is sitting a little bit higher. You guys can get the 1000 plus and the 2 mini 100 watt solar panels for $1,500. Remember though, if you guys buy anything over $2,000 today, you guys buy or spend $2,000 on Jackery products, use that 7% off discount code and save yourself 7% off of that $2,000 purchase. So if you bought the 5,000 plus system, save another 7% off of the top. I love that idea, the capabilities, and of course, we're just trying to save you guys a few bucks. So, hey, why not? Now, with that, guys, we have a few minutes left of this. I'm going to open up this to questions. So if you guys have questions, now would definitely be the time. Starting to lose my voice slightly, so I'm going to slow down slightly a little bit. I'm going to ask Fernando if he has anything that he wants me to show real quick before we kind of go. For the rest of you, I'm going to pop down these codes for you guys in all of these chats again, so you guys can see all of the discounted products with, of course, links. So you guys can see this. Now, for the rest of you, hey, it's kind of cool. Let's make sure. What do we have here? There's the discounts for all the other chats. Hopefully I don't get tagged for this. And I'm not seeing any questions or comments right now, which is totally fine. I understand it. It's a lot of information that we just threw out. And the information, like I do with these shows, I try to give you guys the most amount of information that you guys can need for these stations with this. The 3000 Pro, could it run an RV? Well, technically, you could connect up the 3000 Pro through the NEMA style plug if you have the adapter. Could technically, but it's not meant to run certain things that way. But yeah, you could run like RV stuff off of it, but the 5000 plus would be my go-to for that. I mean, I get that, you know, if you don't want to spend all that money, but you would have to have an adapter. The 3000 Pro and the 2000 plus has a NEMA style plug on the front. That NEMA style plug allows you to connect up to what's called a manual transfer switch. So you would have to connect up the manual transfer switch. You'll have to wire that manual transfer switch into your circuit breaker box on your RV or your home. And then that's the way you would kind of link up to it. Now, I believe Fernando might be able to answer if there's a plug that connects up to the NEMA plug on the front of the 3000 Pro. But you would have to have, I think it's the T30 NEMA adapter to the input of the 3000 Pro, though. But yeah, so I mean, if you really wanted one to run your RV, I would go with, let's do this. I would go with this one because this has the NEMA plugs on the side. The NEMA plugs on the side are the 14-30 and 14-50. And there are adapters for your T30 to connect up to the 14-50 and 14-30 off of this. And this has 120 and 240 volt connectability through those. So this would be probably the option. It's the price point on this one is, I think, $29.99. It's a bigger battery. It's got more capabilities, a lot more plugs, and more expandability. This also has 4 ways of charging, as in where you can only do like 3 ways on the other one. So but that's the 5000, and it's a great price point. And I mean, remember, $2,099 with our live 5000 code is the price to be had, but you can also use that 7% discount. Yeah, no problem. I mean, some questions I do have answers for. That one I haven't tested. I don't have an RV for the 3000 Pro to test it. I know the 5000 does it. So check our other chats. Any other questions, guys? I'm not seeing any other questions. Let me check. All right, as always, I'm going to wave goodbye to my kid. She's heading off to work, and she's going to slam the door. Hopefully she kept it quietly, but she didn't. So then we're going to mention, we are going to be back tomorrow night with another stream. So you guys, we will be back tomorrow night with another stream so you guys can see us again. If you haven't, hit that follow button. By hitting that follow button, it costs you nothing, but it will also allow you to hit the live notification button. When you hit that live notification button, guys, you will get notified when we go live over here for these streams. And we do these streams quite a bit. It is a phenomenal thing, and I love doing these streams. With that, we are going to show you guys the 1000 V2 one more time. It is definitely, I'm going to consider it the #1 seller, and it is for a reason. I mean, the price point is there for this. So we're going to show you guys this one more time with it. And I love this option. So with this, that's not the, why that went to the wrong thing. So the table, guys, these, I consider these two right there like #1 sellers. And that's kind of cool with this because they're phenomenal products. The 1000 V2, if I can get it to quit moving weird, is coming in at $379 today. Use that discount code that we have, $379. You guys are getting a phenomenal product that's normally an $800 price tag. It's already 50% off, but then we have that extra code for you guys to drop it down to $379. And that's the great idea with this. Yeah, so guys, this is like their #1 seller right now. This thing is flying. So much so that it is definitely there. I mean, you have 1,070 watt hours of power, fully capable of being fully charged in under 2 hours, which is phenomenal. You guys can use app control, have it fully charged in like 1 hour time in emergency situations. And that's really great. I was just informed that Amazon just tagged this product as a #1 bestseller. So that's really, really kind of cool. I had no clue that it was actually tagged as a #1 seller till just now. Hey, Fernando, thank you for showing that to me. I didn't see it. Earlier when I was on it, I didn't actually see that tag. So that's kind of cool. Phenomenal product. Will allow you to run pretty much most of your devices without an issue, including PCs, window ACs, your kitchen stove if you need to. And it will do it well. 24 pounds of weight, guys. So 24 pounds. So, Connie, welcome to the show, guys. And like I said, hit the follow button, hit the live notification button. We stream here at least 4 to 5 times a month. This week we're going to be back tomorrow night, so we do have another show. Fernando, what time are we on tomorrow night? Do you have it written down? I don't have it. I'm not sure if it's 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock. I can't remember. Karen, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I really, really do. That is that discount code, 1000 live, guys, to get it for $379. Phenomenal price point for that 1000 V2. The 2000 V2, guys, is also coming in at a great price point. If you need it, you guys can get it for, I think it's like, I don't want to misspeak. I think it's like $834, but we're going to give it to you guys at $799. So, kind of cool. All right, with that, guys, that's all I have for you today. It's been a long 2-hour stream, phenomenal stream. I want to thank all the new followers, all the new faces. I've had a lot of fun chatting with you guys and giving you guys all this information. For the next show, we're going to have fun again. We're going to get through it. We're going to enjoy it. Guys, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of Prime Day and, of course, Prime Week. The next show is 8 p.m. Oh, okay, 11 p.m. my time. Late show. All right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night with another show. Hopefully, we'll see you guys there. With that, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on the next show. Later, everybody.